Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be looking at who are my mentors? Who the hell are they? What do I get from them? And why you should be using them as well, or generally other mentors. But anyway, let's get into the video in just a couple of seconds. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Now let's get into the video straight away and stuff. Let's go. Been a few days since I've been on the old videos, so getting not very good with the words right now, but that's all right. That's okay, because today's video is going to be super important. And the first thing I want you guys to do is use this video as basically a way to network with other people. Okay, in the comments, what I want you to do is start to share, as we're talking and going through the video, start to share your mentors, people who you go to learn from, because actually, and why you go to them to learn from them as well, because I think that's going to really help each other, so we can start to kind of leverage each other's networks, but also so we can find mentors that we don't already know about. So I'm going to give you the 3 people that I'm kind of following at the moment, and kind of why I do that, and my approach to mentoring, because mentoring, I mentor a lot of people, and that takes the majority of my time, and I really love doing that, but also I have to have mentors myself. I need to continually push forward so I can help other people. It just has to be that way. I'm someone that I like to progress. I get enjoyment. I had this conversation just the other day. I was downstairs with my girlfriend and her family, and they asked what makes me happy, and to be honest, I had to sit there for quite a while, and I couldn't actually give them an answer. I was like, well, I don't really know what makes me happy. I'm kind of just quite happy. I don't know, and I didn't answer the question. And then about 5 minutes later, I came back and I said, progressing. Having progression in my life, when I learn something, when I can help someone out, that's what really makes me happy. And then we went on a conversation about self-development and things like that, because it's really self-development. That's what I really enjoy to do, and something I thrive upon. So I need mentors. I need to find people, and like many of you, we don't have mentors in our local area. So what I do is I go online, I go on YouTube, and it's super easy. It's free to do. Okay, so I'm going to go through 3 mentors that I currently have. Now, they have no idea who I am, probably, and if they do, that's pretty cool. And if they're watching, which they're probably not, leave a comment. But I have 3 mentors at the moment, and it doesn't mean these are my only 3 mentors. I have a whole bunch of people I learn from, but I just want to explain to you why I chose these 3 people. Firstly, I don't pay any of these people any money. Okay, it's all free content on YouTube. It's all of their free stuff. I have bought some of their products and things like that, but that's kind of yes, you can class that as paying for it, but I'm not like paying a monthly fee for them to mentor me or anything like that. So the first person is Dan Lok. Now, a lot of you will probably know who this is. If you don't, I'll put his link in the description for his YouTube page. But I watch quite a lot of his videos, and he is kind of the master, right, of high ticket sales. So that's what he classes himself as, like high ticket sales, like absolute king. And the reason I watch him is because he has the DGAF factor. Okay, there's 2 people I'm going to talk about that have the DGAF factor. What is the DGAF factor? Don't give a fuck factor. Okay, that's it. They just don't care. They don't care what they say. They say it because they believe it. And I love that in people. I love when they can just say something because they believe it's true. Even if it's not true, their perspective, their way of thinking is paramount. So they're like, yeah, this is what I think, love it or hate it, right? Very kind of, they're polarized. They say, well, like it or hate it, I don't really care. Gary Vee is kind of like that, but I don't really follow Gary Vee. I don't really believe in his kind of hustle mentality. I think quite a lot of what he says contradicts what he does. Like I think he said once, passive income doesn't exist. And I'm like, he sells books, which is passive income. It doesn't make any sense. And he also says, don't monetize your brand, but he makes a whole bunch of money from his brand. Anyway, I'm not getting into it, but that's why I kind of don't follow Gary Vee, and I don't kind of believe what he does. Just for a few of those reasons. But Dan Lok, again, he's a master of high ticket sales, and really the reason I watch him, okay, the reason I watch his YouTube, and I actually take notes from his YouTube channel as well. I use my notes document on my computer and my phone. I just write down things that I think are really important to me. Is he has a lot of documenting style videos where he'll be sitting in his Bentley, like driving along, and he'll talk about a topic. And he talked about one the other day, was about working hard, right? Working hard doesn't make you rich, right? Because there's so many people that work very hard, but they don't make any money. It's about working smart and hard at the same time, and understanding how to work smart. And these are things I know, right? I know that you have to work smart. I know working super hard and hustling isn't the way to be successful, because you get too bogged down in the little things, right? You need to look at the 80-20 rule, right? 20% of your input equates to 80% of your output. So I understand that you have to put hard work in, but I also understand you have to work smart. But it's just time where I can just realign myself and really go back to that fundamental theory, because otherwise I hadn't thought about that for a long time. So that's why I watch his videos, because he gives kind of 3 or 5 minute little short snippets of information where it's like, actually, this is what you really need to be thinking about. And it really helps me realign myself with my future goals. Is, what is the 20% that I'm the input? What is that 20% input I'm putting in that is equating for the 80% output? How do I make sure that I'm not hustling super hard and kind of hustling my life away, make sure I'm enjoying it? Things like, how to land clients, even though I'm not like, I don't land clients, right? I don't do that sort of stuff, but people do pay me money, okay? And they do consulting with me and stuff like that. So how do I land people? How do I charge more for my services? So these are the sorts of things I'm learning from Dan Lok. And I'd just advise you guys, if you just want to understand a bit, it's more about the mentality of sales, it's all about the mentality of entrepreneurship, but go and watch his stuff, watch it for free. Of course, he has stuff you can buy, but I think a consultation call with him is about $5,000 an hour. So quite expensive, but anyway, that's why he's a high ticket salesperson. So that's why I follow him, okay? The next person that I really follow and I kind of learn from is Alex Becker. Now, he, again, is kind of a trend here. People are polarized. Some people absolutely hate the guy and some people absolutely love him. Now, I'm not on the stage of absolutely love him. I'm definitely not on the stage of absolutely hate him, but I definitely appreciate what he does. And I really look at him as a marketer, right? He's very, very good at marketing. He practices what he preaches. And I just like looking at his videos. I like seeing what he's doing and analyzing why he's doing it. Now, I'm not the person that is buying all his products, right? And buying his services, because I'm not interested in what he sells, right? I'm not interested in the kind of like the Shopify drop shipping model, right? There are things I am interested in what he does. Sales funnels, webinars, marketing, looking at what he's doing with Spectre at the moment, because he's putting out his new supplements brand, okay, exactly how he's launching that brand, how he's getting it out there, how he's making basically loads of money doing it. These are the things that I use him for, is marketing, is I'm looking at the marketing. I'm also looking at him for attention, what does he do to get attention? He grows a YouTube channel, okay, through running crazy ads and doing, at the moment, just like Star Wars videos and stuff like that. Now, he has a lot of intention with what he does. So I'm looking at that thinking, how can I use the methods that he's using in my own company, my own businesses, with YouTube and with sales and with e-com, okay? So that's what I look at him for. How do you get attention from an audience? And marketing in general. So again, I'll link it down below for his YouTube channel. I don't buy any of his products. I probably could do, but to be honest, a lot of the stuff he sells I'm not interested in it, but I'm more interested in how he does it. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, analyzing, what does he do? How does he do it? Can I implement some of it? Can I take a bit from here, a bit from there? And that's what I do, okay? That's what I do with my mentors, okay? Now, they don't know who I am, okay? They don't know who I am, but they're still my mentors. The last person, and the person that is really the biggest mentor for me at the moment, is Russell Brunson, okay? Now, he has written these 2 books. I don't know if he personally, I think he wrote them. So, Expert Secrets and .com Secrets. Honestly, these are the best books I've ever read in my life. They are by far the best things. Now, I've paid him money for that, even though they cost only a little amount of money. They're like, 10 quid each or whatever. You could probably even get them for free just with shipping. But they really help me, okay? They really help me with what I want to do. They help in terms of all business. And I look at Russell Brunson, and again, I don't agree with absolutely everything he does, okay? But he has done something incredible, and he's been able to do exactly what many people want to do. So I'm looking at him, and I'm looking exactly what he does, and I'm thinking, what can I take? What can I learn from this guy? What can I learn from what he's done? What can I learn from his experience that I can implement for myself and I can take for myself, okay? And bear in mind, I've only spent like a little bit of money on books. I've bought like one of his like small ticket programs. Like, I haven't spent a lot of money on this dude, okay? I know one of my friends that's in this entrepreneur space, he spent 20 grand on a mastermind with him on the two comma club funnel, whatever it is. That's a lot of money to spend on a product. And I know he's going to get a lot of value out of it. And you know what? I should probably do the same thing. But the reason I go to him is for sales, okay? It's for funnels, it's for webinars, it's for the psychology of selling, okay? So between all of these different people, I want to get the psychology of selling from someone like Russell Brunson, and how he uses ClickFunnels, how he sells his own products, how he uses like value ladders and stuff like that. It's not new stuff. It's not anything that he hasn't kind of invented all these things, but he's very good at translating the information into layman's terms so that I can understand it, okay? And he obviously puts out a lot of content as well. Alex Beck, I look at as a marketing technique. How does he market his services and products? How does he get people onto YouTube? How can I take things from him? Dan Locke is how can I keep my mentality in check? How can I always think about what I'm doing? Am I using the correct filters within my daily activities within my business? So within those three people, I'm getting a little bit from each person that I'm finding value from, okay? Now, what I want to explain to you guys is that you don't have to pay the people you don't have to pay your mentors, okay? You can use their content that's online. Now, if they're not online, then of course you're probably gonna have to pay for it. Or if you want, like, the one-to-one, if I wanted to speak to Alex Becker, I'd have to pay a lot of money to speak to him, okay? Unless he just wants to call me up. The same, with Dan Locke, the same with Russell Brunson. And unless I have a huge amount of value to add to their business, they're not going to get on the phone to me. So I need to work up to the point where I can either pay for their coaching, pay for their consultations, or I can have so much value, can I have such value in my own company that they're going to want to get in touch with me, okay? So this is what I'm doing all the time. I do this every single day. I have my little routine. Like, I'm not one of these people that has like a morning routine, even though I do believe that they're a good idea. I don't really have one. I just do things, okay? And one of the things I do is I watch YouTube videos. And I watch quite a few YouTube videos, and I watch the same people every single day because I like the content they put out. And then go on YouTube, I'll search for things that they're talking about, and I'll upskill myself every single day because it goes back to what makes me happy. I get happiness out of progression, out of self-development. So every single day, I'm getting happiness because I'm learning new things. And this is really, really the kind of point of this video, is that to upskill yourself, to have progression, and to get that self-fulfillment, I believe you need to have mentors. I believe you need to be looking for the information constantly and consistently upskill yourself. Go out there and find mentors that you can learn from, people that you can identify with. You don't have to be carbon copies of them. You don't have to do that. But there are definitely things that you can take from every single person that you can see, that you identify with, and you can take them into your own business and you can leverage it. Then if you want to, pay people for their time, pay for their services, because you're going to get stuff that you don't get for free. That's just hands down, you don't get it, okay? The other thing that you might want to do is create that network of people around you. So create your own mentor group. Now, this is something that I've been able to fortunately create around me, of people that are very like-minded, they're on a very similar level to me, so that we can really help each other on a daily basis. And that's like, over texting, like WhatsApp, over, messaging, over Facebook, over calling. Those are people that I would class as people that, they mentor me and I mentor them. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. And you always should have those people that are far ahead of you, right? So they're further ahead of you, that you need to learn from them. There's people on your level, so you can help each other out. And there's people that you're helping as well. It's the the rule of thirds, or whatever it's called, where 30% of the people you're learning from, 30% of people are in your group, they're on the same level, or 30% of people you're actually helping out. And that's really the kind of magic formula where you want to be. So what I do is I learn from people, from multimillionaires, right? That's the 30% of people I look at. The 30% of people I use on a daily basis are like my friends, like the people I network with, entrepreneurs in this space, and the people I'm helping are all of you guys, on YouTube. They're like my students, they're like whatever, and all those people that I can kind of try and impact in what I do online. So that's what I'm doing. That's a big filter that I always have. I'm always looking at how I can upskill myself, how I can self-develop, because I can see, right? I can see, and hopefully you guys can see, the end goal, right? You can see where this will be in 5 years. Like, can you imagine if that you were able to work with your mentor for like a few years, right? Your ideal mentor, like, what would it be like to work with that person? Do you think that would be could you change your life by doing that? And that's what I want to do. I want to change my life completely. I'm happy with what I've got at the moment. I've been able to, change my life in the matter of literally months from doing what I've been able to do, but I wouldn't have been able to do that without learning from people, without learning what other people do. And my mentors back then are different to that they are now. And in 6 months' time, they're going to be different again. But honestly, guys, get mentors. You don't have to physically pay them money. You don't even have to know them, but just have people that you can learn from and that you can develop with. So hopefully you have enjoyed that video. I think later this week I've got a video about creating a new company. So I started up a new company the other day. So I'm going to explain to you kind of how that went, how long it took and all that sort of stuff. So it should be quite a cool one. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on at the moment, which I cannot tell you right now, but is some big stuff, some huge things. So stay tuned for that. If you've got any questions, ping them down in the comments, email me info@johnnybradley.com. Stay subscribed with your notifications turned on, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.